Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Carly.
And I'm Ange.
And today we're watching Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 23.
A whole bunch of shit happened in the last episode. Choso and Yuji are related. There were also a whole heap of other revelations revealed too. Yuki arrived. Presumably she's about to take on Geto.
They do have their history. We know she's a special grade sorcerer, so it'll be interesting to see what she's got and how she compares if a fight is going to break out between her and Geto, how she compares to Geto's strength or whatever we call Geto now.
But today's the finale for Season 2. Now, even though Season 2's been great, it's been quite depressing. And I'm not entirely sure how they're going to end the season. I'd imagine the same sort of...
Depressive manner,
yeah.
Yeah.
Most certainly a cliffhanger. See, Season 1 ended and it was kind of wholesome. You know, the three main characters were walking in the street. There's only two main characters, by the way, now. One of them died. But yeah, I'd imagine it's not going to be a happy ending to the season.
I don't see it being a happy ending either, because this season has like spanned over real time. What, like a couple of hours or something?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Season 1, it spanned over a lot longer of a time period. So I feel like they could really build to like maybe somewhat of a happy ending, but there's not enough time now to build towards that with this. If they want to fill this episode and make it an entertaining end to the Shibuya Arc, it's not going to be happy.
No.
It's not going to be happy. I don't feel it. Also, we heard you in the comments. Choso was last episode's MVP, I understand. I had an error in judgment.
Made a mistake, Carly. It happens to all of us.
And we're going to change that. We're going to change that on the graphic, definitely.
I hate to say I told you so, but, you know, it is what it is.
So then just don't.
But also, if you guys are interested in getting the full uncut reaction to this episode, I'll leave a link to our Patreon down below.
Also, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It would really help us out.
But anyway, should we get into it?
Let's get into it.
Yeah, you see, that's where they kind of differ. They had a similar sort of outlook to begin with, and then they both went different ways. I don't think he cares. I think that's fine for him, no?
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
We have to remember that Geto's got a different philosophy than this dude.
Yes.
He's about to do something reckless, isn't he?
It would be fitting.
He's been biding the time. What does this have to do with Mahito? Oh dear.
Does this answer your question? It's like a brain.
Oh dear, what's he using this for? Wait a minute.
Yeah, he learned a lot very fast. Too bad.
Oh
crap.
Shit, that's like what he did with Junpei.
Oh no. Who'd he touch?
I don't know. He said he marked two types of sorcerers. I don't know what that means, but you remember when Junpei was in the tunnels?
Yes, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and Mahito was using idol transfiguration on him to bring out his power. They were doing that in the tunnels. The jellyfish, remember all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know what this means here. We'll probably see. Oh, that's...
Megumi's?
Yeah, Megumi's sister. There you go. Oh.
What the heck?
Oh, that's the link.
Oh.
Well, that's... What?
Oh.
I thought he was trying to create the army there or something. An army of them.
Oh.
This is more sinister than I thought. That's messed up.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah, where is Todo?
Oh my gosh.
That guy, man. When this is over, if he's still alive, he's going to be saying some shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dear.
This is mental. The music is sick, too. Look at that. What the heck?
Yeah, I'm not
Just
sure
let him
if he
sleep.
will be
Let him
surviving.
sleep.
I'm really not.
Yeah, let him rest. What's with the music? It sounds like... Oh. No, you give him back now!
No! Oh, shit. They can't let that happen. They cannot.
It sounded like he was talking down to Sukuna.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for you. You can't tell him that.
What's just happened? Did he do it?
The heck just happened? I was enjoying that OST.
Oh, come on. I feel like none of this matters if he ate Gojo.
No, he can't eat the Prism Realm, surely.
That's what he was gonna do.
Maybe just to store it or some shit.
No, if he swallows anything with cursed energy, I'm pretty sure he, like, takes it on somehow, to some extent.
Oh, shit.
Can you imagine the mayhem that's gonna cause?
Oh, yeah, that's going to be mental.
Oh. Yeah, you get out of there, cameraman. Oh.
Oh my gosh, man. Imagine watching that.
Mm-mm. Did you just miss what? Is it Megumi, sis? She hungry?
No, she's younger, this girl, it looks like.
Yeah.
Behind her.
Or the side again, like the other two in the apartment.
But
Oh shit! I hit my knee.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit! Giving
No.
It's giving Mr. Burns. You know the You seen The Grudge?
See you later, little girl.
How is she so brave? She's probably never seen a horror movie in her life.
I bet if she didn't hate her teacher, this wouldn't have happened.
Angelo. Everyone hates at least one of their teachers.
Teacher could have taught her not to trust strangers. Oh, let's go!
Thank goodness, I thought she was definitely a goner. Ay!
Let's go, Utah.
Oh my gosh, finally. I didn't think we were going to see him. He seems very calm.
He's always like this.
Yeah. Oh, I want him to mess some shit up. Oh, Rika, let's go.
Wait, what?
Rika.
I thought he,
Oh, yeah.
got rid of her. What was the word? Exercised her or whatever. Oh, what happened to Toge? Oh, dear. That's not great.
Oh, come on.
That's not
Come
good.
on, JG. I'm not having any of this shit. What?
Oh, yeah.
He's been imprisoned all this time.
Yeah, but... What do you mean? How are you gonna do that to the principal?
Oh, oh okay.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, to be
I'm
fair.
not watching this anymore. Oh.
What?
What have they done here?
No, it's actually good writing. It's actually good writing, even though it's uncomfortable. We'll talk about it in the discussion.
I'm seeing it a bit more rationally now and less emotionally, and yeah, it does make a bit of sense.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in length. Yeah, we will.
I was so excited to see Akotsu.
I know. Now he wants to kill Yuji. Oh, shit.
Excuse me?
Why is he clapping?
That's what Todo used to do.
Oh, he's about to mess some shit up.
To be continued, it says. Okay, when? 1 year?
How they going to end it like that? There's a lot to talk about. I was left confused at multiple moments of that episode. Really enjoyed, even though it was for about 30 seconds, the return of Okotsu.
They trick you. He saves this little girl. We're all excited. We're all excited to see him regardless of the little girl. And then they hit you with the 5 stages of the 5, whatever.
What?
You, the 5 things that they said were going to happen.
Oh.
Masamachi sentenced to death.
Yeah.
Not just fired, sentenced to death.
Same with Yuji. Akotsu's going to be the executioner.
Gojo's no longer... Yeah.
We're going to revisit everything,
All right,
right?
all right.
Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is what Geto did with Idol Transfiguration. Okay, so I thought I understood the start of it until he started talking some more, and then I stopped understanding it to the full extent. So we saw Mahito use it on, I'm pretty sure, on Junpei. That's how Junpei had his, like, poison technique or whatever it was called. You know, the jellyfish stuff, like...
Yes.
Awakened.
Yeah.
Okay, so Geto, we're going to call him Geto, is using that for that purpose on people, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like, you know, like Hunter x Hunter. Some characters are able to see Nen potential in other characters and they kind of like bring it out. I think that's the sort of vibe here. But the other one, the other type, so Geto said there's 2 types of people he's using it on.
Yeah.
Says the other type is people whom I had absorbed cursed objects like Yuji. So some people have swallowed cursed objects and whatever, and he's awakened them. It's like activated them, like Megumi's sister, I think, because they were showing her, right? This is the part that I don't really understand.
Okay.
But essentially he was going on about, like, imagine having a whole heap of Yuji.
Like 1,000 of them.
Yeah, like just wreaking havoc, right?
Yeah.
And obviously they're not going to be as powerful as Sukuna, but there's still going to be an issue.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a whole heap of people who have had their cursed energy awakened, and a whole heap of people who have consumed cursed objects, and they're all going to be killing each other. That's what Geto's doing.
Okay.
I see.
Yes.
I don't know why he's doing that. I would have thought he would have wanted all of them to band together. And yes, sorry.
I think it's sort of like, what's that scientific thing? Survival of like the fittest, sort of. You know?
He wants to know which one's. He wants to know which one has the most resolve.
I think he wants to create an empire of only like the strongest sort of Jujutsu warriors.
Because he lost Mahito and Jogo, and he's lost.
I don't think he cares about any of that. I think he just wants to build a new generation. Eradicate all of the weaklings.
Yeah, okay, yep.
And build up a strong empire that is basically his doing. Because it's like, what, when you've got all this power and you've got bad sort of ingrained in you, what do you want? You want power, you want control, you want to look at the world and see it as a product of yourself and what you've done to it, I guess. That's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah, that makes sense, because he can most certainly put a plan like this in action again and keep doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? But from what I'm aware of, he's restricted to this area.
For now.
Isn't that what they said? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so this sums it up, the last two sentences. So for one of the types of the people, I gave them the strength to be vessels, just like Yuji, and the other one can just activate their curse techniques, like Junpei, right? Yep. So they weren't originally sorcerers, but kind of like a rewiring.
Yeah.
And then activates their curse techniques and all of that, you know, if they've got that innate cursed energy or whatever. Yeah. What this means for Megumi's sister, I'm not entirely sure. She's been asleep for a long time. He said that he marked her, all this. I don't know what all that means. She's obviously going to be in season 3 to some degree.
Yeah, well, she's going to wake up, and so are all the other people he's done that to. And I guess we're going to, like you said, see what's going to happen in season 3 with that. But he said, I'll have them kill each other in order to deepen their understanding of curse energy.
Yeah, so she might be a part of this.
So do they have no free will? Or are they just going to be so shocked with like this new sense of power that they're just going to have to like expel all their energy and just go for it?
That's true. Is he going to just force them, or are they going to just actively start fighting? I don't know.
He says, I'll have them kill each other.
Yeah, so he must probably going to force them.
In order to deepen their understanding.
I don't know. I'm not sure how this looks. And then Geto went on to say that it's happening once again, you know, the golden age or whatever, reminding Sukuna of his past fun times. I wonder what the age difference is between the brain parasite and Sukuna.
Yeah, well, from our knowledge, Sukuna is like 1,000.
He's very old.
Thousands of years old.
And this other one is hundreds.
150.
150?
He might be older than that, but I think he took over the other dude. I've forgotten his name. Around that time ago. So if he's just been traveling for longer than that, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if Sukuna's going to take that bait or whatever. Well, not take the bait, but like align himself with Geto, because Sukuna's his own man.
Yeah, does Sukuna even care about...
Not man, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know.
If it aligns with his history, then maybe.
He just wants to be whole again, but he's got his own plan to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Now, was this part of this whole thing with the news and all of that? Do you think Geto planned on something like this happening because it's probably going to create a lot of fear and then more curses?
It's on the news, more people are seeing it, and we all know the news, like it can inspire fear in people.
Yeah.
And so that's obviously going to feed into this cursed energy and all of that. So yes, I definitely think it's a very bad thing.
Now, Akotsu, what are we calling him? Yuta or Akotsu?
Just whatever works in the sentence. You can change.
Yeah, I use both. Whereas I just call Yuji and not Itadori. But
yeah,
I've heard people say both. I don't know. What do you guys say? Yeah, anyway, I'm going to say Akotsu for now because I prefer to say it. Akotsu's arrival was legendary, right? And then he comes down all like cool and badass, and then he's just got this like innocent smile. and you hear him speak or whatever, and he's a very gentle person.
It's
right?
innocent, but kind of with a hint of psychosis, like psychotic nature to it, you know? Like, he's like, I don't know.
We saw him in the movie, and he's just like, he's a sweet kid. You know what I'm saying?
He was back then. I see a different side to him now, though.
We'll discuss that because I fully get it, right? When he's fighting and, you know, stuff like that, he can be a badass, and that's what I think it is. But unless what he's been doing in Africa is, like, made him, you know, have a couple of screws go loose, but
maybe
I'm pretty sure Gojo knew what he was doing when he sent him there and did all that stuff, right? He looks older, and
he does. Well, he's aged.
I know he's aged. You know, I know he's older, but you know, they really, you can really see that he's like, you know, he's buffed up a little bit. It looks like too. I really like his white coat. I'm a big fan of it.
I really love it as well.
Yeah. One thing confused me about this scene. Right,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna watch it again and see what he said. This little girl can see the curses, and there was that scene. There was that moment where Akotsu was about to get eaten, but then Rika, which I love that because it showed he had full trust in Rika to protect him. But I thought Rika was dealt with at the end of the movie and freed almost.
I have a theory, a little tiny theory.
Yeah.
Maybe it is just his power, but he puts like almost the blame on Rika, so he doesn't have to carry the burden of destroying so much, although it's a curse, so you'd want to take full credit for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm meant to be confused. Maybe I missed something at the end of JJK 0. I'm not sure. I just thought, you know, there was that nice scene where they said goodbye.
Yeah.
So I didn't think she was still with him. It's also cute how he covered her eyes.
I'm sure. Yeah, he didn't want her looking at that.
No.
Rika probably messed that thing up big time.
Yeah.
Maybe I remember him saying something to Rika like, "You'll always be with me." Something like that.
I don't know. I might need to revisit that, or someone will probably explain in the comment section.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. Yuki was talking to someone who you'd imagine is probably Yuji, right? Because they were both in the same area as allies. And then we saw at the end of the episode Yuji about to take on all those curses, right?
Yeah.
So Yuki's going to confront Tengen, and Yuji, I guess, is going to cleanse the area, try to destroy all the curses.
I definitely think there was something to his clap.
Like what?
Maybe that was passed on to
No, because then he would disappear. Like, it's not Boogie Woogie.
Yeah, no.
No, I think it was just like, it was probably an Easter egg.
Okay.
By the way, we did not see Todo after he lost his hand.
Yeah.
Like, they completely just, like, he was invisible. No. I'm not saying it's an actual thing. I'm just saying they didn't show him ever again.
I know. Well, same as Gojo. Same as...
No, but Gojo's...
Oh, not Mei Mei.
No, we saw Mei Mei. We saw plenty of Mei Mei.
Too much of Mei Mei.
Yeah, so I guess Yuji's going to take on all the curses.
Yeah,
in the area. So. Yeah, little does he know that he's got everyone coming after him, including his allies.
Oh, Kotsu. Yeah, no good.
So the next scene we got to break down is when Akotsu was getting fed instructions by who are the people in charge of the higher ups.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Like the people in charge of the Jujutsu Sorcerer Society.
Well, that would make so much sense why they told him that Yuji cut off Toge's arms.
Yeah, so have you noticed the way that they're speaking about Yuji is like they're speaking about Yuji and Sukuna as one person. I kind of like that detail. They're obviously not, but...
Yeah, but I don't think, regardless, I don't think that Yuji or Sukuna did that to Toge.
Yeah,
Are they just saying that so that Akotsu would be like, all right, cool, he's done, I'm going to kill him?
Yeah, the last time we saw Toge, he had the speaker.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what happened to his arm, if anything happened to his arm.
Oh my god.
Probably just in the crossfire or something got cut off, but I don't know what happened. So I might need that explained, unless it's just a complete lie, because Akotsu's good friends with Toge, and Akotsu doesn't take that sort of shit. Yeah, so they might be using that. I don't know.
They want Yuji dead.
Yeah. And
they've wanted him dead since episode 1, season 1.
Yeah, and they're going to get one of the special grades to do it. Gojo's sealed, so who's the next best thing? Probably Akotsu, right?
Yeah.
So that is going to make for an interesting season 3, because you're going to have two of the main characters, I guess. Even though Akatsu hasn't really been a main character in the anime, just the movie itself. But
yeah,
I'm pretty sure from what I heard, he was intended to be one of the main characters. Having them kind of against each other is interesting, isn't it? But it makes a lot of sense because he doesn't know anything about Yuji, really.
Yeah.
He just knows that Yuji is a vessel for Sukuna, and Sukuna did all of this, hurt his friends. So it makes sense as to why...
It does make sense, yes.
Akatsu would not really hesitate in trying to kill him. However, you just know they're going to have a nice chat and they might be able to, work some things out in season 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
I think it could make for some interesting scenes and interesting moments.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's such a shame that we have to wait so long.
Yeah, I don't know when season 3 is going to be coming out. I'm sure you guys probably know, but...
2025, probably.
Nah, surely not that long. Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's December.
It depends how long it is. If it's another, 20-odd episodes, yeah, we're not getting it till 2025. Yeah. Now, lastly, we're going to go through the... What were you saying? The 5 things from the headquarters? Yeah, from the notices from the headquarters. So, Geto's survival was confirmed. We hereby declare the reinstatement of his death sentence. Okay, so they don't know all the ins and outs of who this being is now, but they, obviously because of what Geto did, they want him dead. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right? No issues with that. Number 2 is Gojo has been deemed an accomplice in the incident and hereby expelled from Jujutsu Society.
They are pulling this out of their asses. They've hated Gojo since day 1 as well because he's been a dick to them, rightfully so.
Yes, exactly.
So they'll do anything. He's been in the freaking prison realm all of this time. How are they going to say that he's been deemed an accomplice? It's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, I have no idea. They're just spinning shit because they hate him, correct?
Oh, they want him to stay in the seal as well. In addition, any attempt to free him from the seal will be deemed a crime.
Do they not understand that their survival is pinned on this dude?
They don't get it yet, obviously.
On Gojo?
They don't have all this information that we've seen.
They needed to be there to see how serious this situation is.
Yep.
Now, this is sickening to me. The third one. Masamichi. Sorry, I think I've been pronouncing his name wrong. All right, my guy, sentenced to death.
Well, I guess he's just another block in their road, isn't he? He's Team Gojo. They want him out.
That's sickening.
Wait, causing the Shibuya incident?
Yeah, I don't know, because this will go back to the early 5 episodes when all 3 of the characters were talking a lot, and they probably thought that a lot of this has resulted because of Masamichi. Anyway, the suspension on Yuji's death sentence is hereby revoked, and his execution shall be carried out promptly.
Leading into
Akatsu.
First,
no, I was just saying because Gojo can't stop that, and he was pretty much the only person stopping it. So they're
making the most of this.
Yeah. So all of Yuji's allies and the people that he's kind of made friends with and all of that are going to be ordered to kill him anyway. And lastly, and probably the most important, is that Akatsu is going to be the one who's his executioner, which is going to be very interesting. If Gojo gets out, how's he going to handle the situation? Just say, for example, Akatsu's already killed Yuji at that stage. All of that sort of shit. There's a lot going on. Because Akatsu's also... his sensei is kind of... is Gojo as well, right? So...
Yeah.
It's just interesting. There's going to be a lot of interesting character dynamics by the end of the series.
Akatsu needs to be schooled. He needs to fully understand what's going on here because he's currently a little bitch to the higher-ups and I hate it.
Well, yeah, he doesn't know any better. He just saw that one of his friends was injured because of Yuji, and that's enough for him. MVP of the episode. The last MVP. There was a lot of just information given, so there wasn't...
yeah.
It's probably got to be Akatsu just for saving the girl, I'd imagine.
I was going to say Geto or Yuki, but Akatsu's probably makes the most sense.
I'm not going to give it to Yuki. I don't think she did anything to really deserve MVP.
Yeah, I'm just thinking who had the most screen time.
It's between Geto and Akatsu. Geto carried out his plan, survived.
Yeah. I was the most excited to see Akatsu, but that was quickly diminished very shortly after.
I don't know. Akatsu saved the girl and had an epic entrance.
Yeah.
I really got hyped from seeing him come back.
Yeah.
Geto won the Shibuya Arc, though. He literally won.
Yeah.
He's victorious. He went away with Gojo still sealed, connected all the curses, did his thing, like used the idol transfigurations, got a bit of an army now. Like, he won.
He carried out his big brain plan, if you will.
Akatsu had a great entrance and saved a girl, but it was like a little curse that he dealt with. Like, if you actually break it down...
That's actually true, yeah.
If you actually break it down, he didn't do an awful lot to deserve MVP.
You're right.
He saved a girl, but... I mean, all these characters have been saving people left, right, and centre, or trying to at least. I just think that Geto...
You're right, he was victorious.
He was victorious. Like, that's how it ended. It ended with Yuji still having to work his ass off to destroy all these curses. And I honestly thought that Gojo was going to get freed, and he didn't. So, Geto wins.
He does win.
And you wanted him to be MVP last episode. I think it makes sense for him to finally get one at the end.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll give MVP to Geto.
Yes, and if there's an overwhelming amount in the comments, we'll all just know.
No, you're wrong.
What?
I'm playing. I can't see how you would give it to anyone except for Geto, to be honest, in this episode.
Yeah.
Akatsu was awesome, and he was the most hype moment of the episode, him coming back. But aside from that, all he did was take orders from the higher-ups and save a girl.
Yeah.
Save a little girl. Nice that he saved her, though.
Yeah, of course.
I just think, what Geto did, got away from everyone there with Gojo. Now he's got hundreds of curses or thousands of curses at his disposal, or sorcerers and all of that sort of thing. Like, mental what he's done there, and his plan is being carried out. So... yeah, I think he gets MVP.
Agreed.
Which is fitting to give a villain the MVP at the end of Shibuya Arc.
It hurts, but
it makes sense.
I don't know. Hopefully this means there's a good setup to next season. We're talking about balance. We've ended with a loss, so hopefully next season we end with a win.
Yeah, it's very interesting. They've ended the season with not a lot of explanation about some of the characters. Yeah. Like, we don't know if Maki's alive. We don't know if Naobito's alive. We don't know if Mai is alive because she wasn't seen giving them protection anymore. I forgot what happened with her in the previous episode. We don't know what Todo's planning to do. Nanami died. Nobara died. That's two of, like, my top 5 characters dead. Splendid result for me, really.
Yeah.
Gojo's sealed. A couple of villains did die. Mahito, Mahito's dead.
Yeah.
Dagon. Hanami.
Jogo.
They lost a lot.
Oh, yeah, actually. True.
They did lose a lot, can I just say.
Yeah.
Toji. He was on no one's team, but he's dead too. We don't know where Megumi's at.
For goodness sake.
You see what I'm saying? They really left it open-ended. But,
yeah.
Overall, it was still just a very, very good season of anime, I have to say.
I did enjoy those fights. Those fights were so good. Did you have, like, a favourite standout fight?
I loved that, and this episode didn't get a lot of love from what I'm aware of, but I loved episode 14. I don't know if it was my favourite, but I loved when they were in Dagon's domain. I thought that episode was spectacular. Megumi just coming out of nowhere too. Maki with the Octo really bitch cool. And them all fighting.
Nanami being hot and stuff.
Nanami.
Yeah.
I think my 2 standout episodes, if I was to choose...
Not forgetting the first 5 episodes too.
I've got 3. Yeah, no, I don't. See, this is how you know the season was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like too many good episodes.
I actually really, really enjoyed the prologue. I loved the first 5 episodes.
I loved them so much.
In fact, as a whole, it's probably my favorite JJK content. I don't know. I like the vibe of the 2 main characters of that arc was Geto and Gojo, and I just really like seeing them on screen together as friends and seeing how their motives changed over time and their morals and ideals.
I loved it because it gave so much context to everything we've seen in the past that we hadn't had the context for.
Yeah.
It filled in so many blanks that just makes so much sense now.
They were my favorite episodes. I'm just being real. I think the first 5 were just so good. I just loved it from a narrative point of view, right? But if I was to choose some of my favorite from the second half, I've got a couple of standouts. That one that I just spoke about with the Dagon domain, I loved that episode. I think it was episode 14. Nanami's episode 12, where he destroyed Ponytail Dickhead.
Yeah.
That was really good. He would have actually killed him, but we found out he's got those miracle whiskers or whatever, they're marks on his face, and he used them up to survive. So Nanami put in work there. It was absolutely epic. And my third, this one's hard. I really liked episode 17, which was Sukuna versus Margarita. Margora, whatever the Shikigami's called. That one was crazy.
That was crazy. That's in my top 3 as well.
And closely followed by Yuji's episode where Mahito was running for his life. And Yuji was the hunter and Mahito was the prey. The way they kind of made all that look, that was my other one. So they're my 4, I reckon. I gave 4 like standout ones. Maybe that doesn't end up in the top 3 just because Yuji needed to kill the bastard and he didn't.
He couldn't follow through.
Yeah, so that would be one of my favorites. Todo was also involved in that episode and I thought he was great.
Todo was great.
So for you, you'd have episode 17, Sukuna and Margarita, and then who else?
Nanami Ponytail is number 1.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. Number 2.
From memory, I'm pretty sure you really liked the same episodes.
Yeah.
I remember us losing our shit over the same episodes.
Yeah. It would be the same episodes. But Nanami and Ponytail number 1.
Correct. The Nanami ones, I mean, when Nanami stands, and we're going to have to get some merch in his in his absence.
Yes, definitely.
Hopefully we get to see a little bit of him in flashbacks and whatnot in the future seasons.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching our reaction. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It would really help us out. For early access to all of our reactions, you can support us on Patreon if you'd like. And yeah, thank you so much again. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!